Max Scherzer is dealing with a nagging shoulder issue that might be another signal. What would you say to that? I mean, we've been calling for it. I'm surprised he made the comeback that he was able to make at all. Um, and now
Right.
I feel like we're right back to it.
Right. So he's got 8 starts this season and already has shoulder fatigue.
Yeah.
He's 40. He just turned 40 9 days
Yeah.
ago, July
Oh
27th.
wow. Happy birthday, Mad
So
Max.
ugh,
That one makes
it,
sense.
it does make sense. And it's normal wear and tear on your body and normal breakdown, right?
Yep.
Because he's thrown over 2,800 innings in his career.
I
That's a
was just
lot.
gonna look for that number. I was just gonna look for that
That's
number. Yep.
regular season innings too, Brig.
Yep. Right. It doesn't
Because you
count
get into the
postseason.
postseason, right? You get into the postseason, he's thrown another 143. So I think it's
It's
safe to
creeping
put
up on
him.
3,000.
I was going to say, I think it's safe to put him up over 3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, it's close.
Yeah. He's up over 3,000 innings pitched in
That's a
his career.
lot. That's a lot.
It makes me
And
wonder how
he's
many Nolan
40.
Ryans are.
Yeah. Like 5,700 or something like that. It's nuts. It's a crazy number.
50, almost 5,400 in the regular season.
There it is. Yep.
It's so many.
Yep.
But Nolan Ryan was a freak. He was an
Yeah, he was
aberration.
yeah.
Nobody was built like
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan.
No. No.
So honestly,
It'll be interesting. I think he's done or
I
close, and
think
I
so.
think if he's not done, it's time to figure out how to use him differently, when to use him, how to be strategic or whatever. But the problem is that the Rangers are not in a good spot right now.
No, they
So
need him.
it's not going to matter, and if they don't have him, it really isn't going to matter.
Right. So think about this, Brig. John
I shall.
Smoltz
Yeah.
was a starter until he was injured in 2000. He had Tommy John,
Y-
came back,
Yep.
and was out of the bullpen, was a closer. And he did get back into a starting role after that in 2005, but he spent the next
Yeah.
4 years as a closer.
Yep.
Do you think Mad Max could make that transition, or do you think he's wired
I do.
specifically to be a
Nah.
starter?
I don't think so. I think he probably knows his body well enough. He's probably got all his stuff worked out mentally. I'll bet if that is what he needs to extend his career, he will make the change immediately if they'll let him. The question will be, will the Rangers let him? And if not the Rangers, who? Because how many
I'd take him as a
is this
closer.
the right? Is this the end of his contract with the Rangers?
I
I thought,
think
wasn't it a
probably
1 year
so. Let me
deal
pull it up
or a
again.
1 year extension?
He is going to
So
be a
I'm just
free
saying,
agent.
because he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
That's what I
He's
thought.
signed through this season. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he
So
on the
he
last year of a 3-year deal that he signed with the Mets, and then the Mets traded him last
and
year.
the
So
right.
yeah, he'll be a free agent. So maybe he hits the market as a closer.
He could.
Shoot, I'd take him, dude, for real.
Yeah, for sure,
I would
dude.
move. I
He'll
would
eat up
move
three or
my
four
closer.
innings,
I would move my. You don't even need him to eat up three or four innings. Have him
or
come
not
in and
innings. I'm sorry,
close
three or
out.
four outs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
meant
for
outs.
sure.
I'm sorry. Think of him,
Yeah,
and I think of
I'd
innings,
move
not
my
outs.
closer to the eighth inning as a setup man for sure. If I've got Scherzer closing it out, he's got a
Yeah,
screw loose as it is anyway.
that's what I was gonna say. He's got a
He's
screw
got the
loose.
he's got the
He's
mentality of a
wired
closer.
for it. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. And those high
The thing,
leverage situations that closers get into might be absolutely perfect for him to also preserve his arm and get squeak out some additional years.
the only thing is, I worry about his competitive side and like the pride side of being a starter, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm a starting pitcher because
Right.
there's the whole thing. I mean, we saw it in Major League, but I feel like that's real. Where Ricky Vaughn was so upset about getting sent to the bullpen, right? I think that
For
that's like
sure.
a real thing with
Yeah.
pitchers. But I think if you were to be like, no, we need you, and this is how we're gonna get you another
Yeah.
2 years in your career as a
Yeah.
closer, this is
Come
your
on,
role.
dude. Yeah. I agree. Well, he's been in the league since 2008. That's a lot.
It's a long
That's a
time.
lot for a pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, baseball family, what do you think? Is Mad Max done? Or do you move him to the bullpen? Do you give him a closing role? Would he accept a middle relief spot if needed, if there's absolutely
Oh,
nowhere
I
else
don't
to
think
go?
he would. I don't think he'd
I
do
don't
middle
think
relief.
so. I don't think so
I
either.
think he would rather retire than be a middle reliever.
I think so too.
Honestly.
Unless he was on a contender and it was stacked and they were
Mm,
like, "Come on, man.
it's
Just
our.
come in and win the ship."
Yeah, I think if he were to go to Philly, that maybe that would
Yeah.
be the one he'd be willing to take.
Or Baltimore maybe.
I don't know.
Of
I
course
think even in Baltimore, he'd be like,
he'd
"No,
be
I'm better
the
than
closer.
Kimbrel."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I think he'd be the closer in Baltimore. And I think he is better than Kimbrel. Even in a closer situation that he's never experienced before, not at this level, he's still better than Craig Kimbrel. I believe
Yep,
that.
I agree.